Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be showing you another journal spread, and I thought this time I would kind of show you the whole entire process without cutting a lot out, because in the last video I made about my journaling process, I kind of had to cut stuff out just for the sake of the length of the video, but I thought I would show you how I do everything, all of the layering and whatnot. I would say on average it probably takes me like, I don't know, 2 or 3 hours to make a spread. This one I'm making right now is for NCT Wish, the new NCT unit getting their name. It wasn't like as lengthy, I guess, of a process, just because, I don't know, it wasn't really I knew I wasn't going to do like any writing or anything like that. So I would say this probably took me around like 2 hours, but again, that's just me messing around with stuff. Maybe not 2 hours, maybe like an hour. Usually my process, I kind of just put everything onto my canvas. As you can see, I used Canva this time because I usually use Canva. I like to just layer everything and lay everything out just so I can see what I'm going to work with, especially for the larger pieces. So for this journal spread, I really wanted it to be a Bubble Crush themed. If you don't know, a Bubble Crush is a Korean brand. Their binders got really popular before, but they have stickers and washi and stuff like that. I really like the aesthetic. I would love to own some of their stuff in real life, but shipping from Korea is $500 million. I don't know. So the best I can do is this digital journal spread. I found the green starry background. I think it's just supposed to be like a phone wallpaper. I found that on Pinterest and I was like, oh, this looks like a Bubble Crush, and that's kind of what gave me the inspo. Also, when I saw the new NCT Wish logo, those colors just spoke to me. I love that color palette so much. It's kind of really similar to the color palette I use in my journaling spreads anyways. I really love the like pale yellow and then like the vibrant pinks and that kind of like purplish grayish blue. That's one of my favorite colors ever, actually. So that's kind of how I got the inspo, and really I just looked through my Pinterest board of stuff that I've already pinned, like I said in my other journaling video, just to kind of feel out the vibe, like what things do I think would go well with that. And then in Canva, of course, there's just so many items now that I'm loving in Canva, and again, I have them all starred. Again, I cannot recommend it enough. Just star the items you like, because you'll never find them again. Even sometimes with items that I swear I've starred, I haven't, and I'm like, how do I find that again? How do I find that specific thing again? But anyway, I lay everything out and then I just start layering. Because I wanted this to be a Bubble Crush themed, I kind of wanted it to have a slightly sparse look. Maybe it's just like the journalers that I follow, but a lot of the Korean journalers that I like, they kind of, I don't know, there's like a sparseness in their journal pages. I really like Na Young-hee. I can leave her channel link below. And I also really like a bunch of different like otaku Korean vloggers. They kind of make spreads that are more like almost like vintage inspired, but they'll have like really cute like fan art that they've printed out like from Printbox or whatever, and I really like that vibe too. But anyway, I had in mind like a very specific sort of like sparseness, and that's kind of what I was trying to emulate with this. I also really love, again, the fonts that I find on Pinterest. I love to remove the background for those because it's just so much more helpful than if I had to hand draw the new team. It would have taken me probably 30 minutes to get it to a point that I liked it. For some reason, I'm not good at drawing bubble letters. I don't know why I didn't develop that skill, but I didn't. I skipped something in elementary school. I skipped it. I don't know. And I also really love adding, you see those like sparkles and hearts on the screen right now that are kind of like almost ombre and also kind of faded. I really liked adding those because I feel like a Bubble Crush, a lot of their like inserts for your binder, a lot of them have a lot of like star and heart motifs and stuff like that. But there's also kind of that like faded ombre look. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know when you see like a heart or something like that and it's kind of like, it just kind of like ombres out. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of thing. So I was like, oh, that's perfect. Also, what you're seeing right now is so far from the final product. Like, I'm adding this little like cute Tamagotchi looking thing, and like that does not end up in the final design at all, which that happens. Again, that's why I think that it takes me so long to make these journal spreads, because I tinker around with them so much. I really liked that color and the way it kind of matched in with the NCT Wish logo. There are like these teeny tiny little like either dark pink or like light red stars in that, and I was like, oh, that ties in really well, and I just thought it was really cute. But also one of the reasons why I'm glad I took it out is because it looks like it's been illustrated, but also it doesn't. And I really go for the paper look whenever I'm making my journal spreads. I said this in my journaling video, my last journaling video, but I really like it to look as if I've made this in real life and scanned it. I'm sure you've seen people scan their journals before. There's this one person on Twitter. I can't think of what their username is right now, but I'll link it down below. And I love the way their journal spreads turn out and the way they look. I don't know how to explain it, but just like that scanned look is so cute. And honestly, if you have a scanner, it would be so fun to make journal spreads with things that you had scanned in. Like, you could still completely make digital journal spreads like this with actual stuff like receipts or like movie tickets, stuff like that. You could scan them in and then use them in your digital journal spreads. That would be so cute. I wish I had a scanner because I would absolutely do that. Oh, also I wanted to mention that the footage that you're seeing right now, the screen recording, I sped it up to 1.5 speed. So it's not even sped up that much. I thought about speeding it up like, I don't know, 4 or 5 times speed, but it's not even sped up that much because I wanted you to see like how long it takes me to like actually play around with the placement of everything. Like these star stickers, I kind of try to decorate things in like rules of 3. In the same way that you decorate anything in real life, I try to always do odd numbers, so usually 3, sometimes 5, just because in nature, even numbers aren't typically found. So like that's a rule for anything. If you've never heard that before, that's like a rule for literally any kind of decorating. If you're doing like, if you're setting like vases on a shelf or something in your room, or like stacking up books, or even doing like floral arrangements, things in nature aren't found in even numbers, so always do like 3, 5, 7, 9. So that's why I try to do odd numbers of little decorative accents. Of course, sometimes there ends up being even ones. That's just the nature of it. But like, for example, the stars down by NCT New Team, just seeing 2 looked odd to me. So I was like, and so I end up getting rid of those. What you're seeing right now also is I went onto a Bubble Crush's website and I looked around to see like what kind of stickers did they have, and they had a bunch of cool patches. I think the ones with like the pudding and like the buttons, I think that's new for 2024, maybe like the end of 2023. I feel like those are new. But I looked around at their patches and I was like, oh, this would be so cute. Again, because I wanted it to be a Bubble Crush themed anyway. I was like, this will be so cute in my spread. So I saved some of those to Pinterest, and then again, of course, removed the backgrounds. And so the one with like the Bubble Crush logo, that's a patch, and then the other one with the pudding, that's a patch, and then the one with the cherries and the strawberries, that's actually a sticker sheet. I feel like I didn't remove the background well enough on those. When you're removing it on remove.bg, there's like a little tool where you can either erase more if it didn't erase enough, or you can restore it. And when I erased the background, it erased way too much, so I was trying to just like restore like the actual, I think it was like the strawberries, maybe like the tomatoes, maybe it's tomatoes that got messed up. And so I kind of did it haphazardly, and I wish I would have taken a little bit more time and care. But honestly, also another thing about remove.bg is if you don't have an account and you download stuff, which I don't have an account because I'm not about to sign up for anything. One thing about me, if I have to sign up for anything, if I have to download an app, oh my gosh, I won't do it. I literally will not do it. I don't know what it is about having to make a new account or download something. I just cannot do it. There's just something in my brain that's like, no, absolutely not. The idea of getting a verification email, no, I won't do it. But because of that, remove.bg, if you just download it regularly, it really removes the quality of your item, which is why in my last video I was saying make sure you find like the highest quality version of whatever you're downloading, because remove.bg will take the quality out of it. And so I think that's another thing that happened with the Bubble Crush sticker sheet that I tried to save. It just didn't really turn out as nice as I wanted it to. But also, I think for obvious reasons, artists, you know, when they upload certain things, or not even just artists, but usually I feel like it's smaller companies, when they upload things, they don't upload them to the highest quality possible. And that's to prevent theft, obviously, which is a good thing, of course. I guess in a way I'm kind of thieving. Oh, that's probably something also I should have mentioned in my journaling video. If you're going to be posting anything on social media, try to make sure you're not using art that is done by someone else, like someone who might not want their art shared, because there's a lot of stuff on Pinterest that like, maybe, you know, I see it all the time in people's bios on Twitter, like, you know, don't share my art, but it ends up getting shared somewhere else anyway. So definitely, if you're planning on sharing stuff to social media, make sure you're not using art that someone might not want out there. But anyway, that's the end of this spread. As you can see, I'm finishing it up. I'm adding the date. It was the 17th of January that it was announced. The spread turned out so cute. I'm so happy with it. Thank you so much for clicking on this video, for watching it until the end. I will be back with more journaling videos, so stay tuned. I hope you like them. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye, everyone!